morning, another day in Norwegian paradise. Today the weather is good again. We want to go to Bergen, just a sidestep, but they say it always rains in Bergen. I'm not quite sure we want to go there. The motorbike out, as you can see, and we're going to make it a very nice trip. Just had a small drive. We thought there was a church. There was a church, but it was a small church. We're on our way again from Flatland to just a little bit further than Odda. We saw a camping site, but the reviews were not great, so we looked for something else. It's a little bit smaller, it's a little bit further away than Odda, but I think it's going to be great. 200 kilometers drive. As already mentioned before, 200 kilometers in a country like Norway is something completely different than 200 kilometers in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands it takes you 2 hours. Here it takes you 4 hours, especially when you have a big rig behind your truck. Time for breakfast, time for a cup of coffee. What a journey. We just stopped for breakfast and coffee, but it's so beautiful down here. Just have a look. I will get out of the picture. Look at this. This is so beautiful. It's just another 100 kilometers to where we have to go. Just a little bit further than Odda. Take a camping site there, stay there for 3 or 4 days. Relax a little bit. I've noticed I'm becoming an old man. Changing every evening, every day from campsite. Get the motorbike out, getting it in, getting the bicycles in and out. It's a hassle, you know. Gonna slow down a little bit. We've seen all different landscapes today. It's just 50 minutes away from the waterfall. I forgot the name, but for sure in the video it will make sense what you just saw. This is the fjord nearby Odda, and we're almost at the camping site. It's so strange because it looks like a lake, but it actually is a fjord. And it is so amazing. The landscape changes so quickly and the scenery is so almost dramatic. So, oh! These were my glasses. We're almost at the campsite, so let's go there. We arrived at our campsite. The scenery is beautiful. So this is what our view is. And let's zoom out a little bit. Hey, yes. And of course I'm a smoker. You need to smoke when it's holiday. When it's summer vacation, you need to have a barbecue, right? Is it healthy? Hell no. Is it delicious? Yeah, hell yes. Camping means going back to the basics. I find it a little bit hard, but it has a certain charm. So what we're doing right now together is doing the dishes. That's our table. These are our dishes. And we are going to do the dishes together. I'm doing the dishes. Look. Isn't it great? I'm doing dishes by hand, not by a machine. Not by somebody else, but I'm doing it myself. Trouble in paradise. There was a bulb on the motorbike, on the rear tire. So far so good. So I spotted it. I called my dealer in the Netherlands. They were very helpful. They said it's going to be okay. You can't drive on it anymore. It lost not long distances. What needs to be done is it needs to be replaced. But then I asked him, why is it that it is broken? And he said, I don't know, but how do you transport it? So I showed it. And in the process of showing it, the motorbike fell to my car. My left mirror broke, so I don't have to replace the rear tire. I also have to replace the mirror. So therefore we go from Odda back to Stavanger, because in Stavanger you have a BMW motor dealer. They only have a spot free on Friday. It's now Tuesday, so we have a couple of days to spare. I'm gonna put the motorbike back into the cube and then we're gonna use the car to extremely good morning. It is somewhere around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock already. We're gonna visit a waterfall that we crossed already last week. What's the name of the waterfall again? It's a famous one. It was very busy last week when we passed it.
Is it Lettefossen or Eidefossen?
I have no idea. Dornadansfossen? No, that's not correct. Look at the scenery! Isn't it beautiful? Sun is coming up. There's the camping site. There's the fjord. It's beautiful. The Lettefossen waterfalls feels like a little bit like a tourist trap, but I must say it is impressive. The amount of water that's coming down the bridge they built. Look at this. I'm getting a little bit closer and closer to the waterfall. Look at the roaring water. Okay, I've seen it up. Can somebody switch it off because it uses so much water? It's amazing how much water goes through this. Unbelievable. I'm always wondering where's the water coming from. Well, that's a stupid question, right? Because we know it's coming from the snow and the rain. It's not coming from Mars, that's for sure. Becomes a bit of a boring story because this is just 7 minutes away from Lettefossen and it is so beautiful, so serene. You see all those waterfalls behind me. You can hear them. It is really amazing. It's quiet. The water is clean. So now I know where all the water for the Lettefossen is coming from. This is the lake that feeds the waterfall. It is amazing. It's really quiet. I just keep telling myself, if this would be in Italy or Austria, lakes like this would be flooded with tourists. You see some occasional tourists here and there, but in most cases it's quiet. I think it's got something to do because Norway is ridiculously expensive. It is, really. Everything is expensive. But I always say it's better to be expensive than not for sale, right? And the water is so clean. We're gonna go for a hike. 2 hours to the glacier, 2 hours back, so 4 hours in total. You can't get any closer to the glacier than this. Of course you can, but then you need to go by foot. And that's exactly what it is that we're gonna do. So we're gonna put on our shoes and then gonna hike for 2 hours all the way up to the glacier. Do I look like a tourist? Fortunately, yes. With my camera, another camera, and talking to a camera. think I'm an extremely fit person, but I must say this is tough. Tougher than expected, because you see a lot of tourists walking up here on just normal shoes. I felt a little bit strange with my outfit, but you really need it. You need good shoes for this. So this is tougher than I thought, but oh man, it is beautiful. Oopsie, I'm gonna put away the camera. Believe it or not, it can be extremely warm in Norway. Although we're walking in the shade, it's something like 24, 23 degrees. I feel a bit stupid, I'm sweating like a dog. I don't know why. But hey, you can still hear the river and you're walking in the forest. Man, it's beautiful. How's the captain doing?
Fine.
A little bit warm? Almost an accident on video.
Yes.
Guys, it's getting better and better by the minute. Also a bit tougher. Although I see little kids, little children, and grandmothers, and grandparents. So it should be fine for me. But you can hear it already. Here it comes. Downhill is always better. After 3 kilometers going up, we decided to go back because what we understood is you can't get very close to the glacier, so we're on our way back. They say it's one of the easiest hikes. I have strong doubts about that. It was a really spectacular view on the glacier, the mountains, etc. But it is high season, so if you want to have the real experience, I advise you to go somewhere in May. Then for sure it will be way quieter. So let's go back to the camping site, have a drink, and then prepare for tomorrow, because then we have to go to Stavanger for the motorbike repair. Then we still have 4 weeks left to discover Norway.
And now it's 8:50 and the bike is still not in the shop, in the workshop.
I've got an Italian friend. He's always very upset with me how I make pasta. I need to be very careful when I'm making pasta. So Norway can have bad weather, for sure.